Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to day one of the Movement to Mastery Classroom Fitness Challenge. I am Lauren Savigan. I am so thrilled to have you here with me. And I actually purposely, I don't know if you can see, but I purposely wore a dress today so you can see how easy this is going to be to do these movement exercises in any kind of work clothes or in a small space. I kind of created myself into a small sector just so you can see that these movements can happen in like the smallest of spaces. So this challenge is all about empowering you with the tools that make classroom management easier, more effective, and especially having fun while you do this. You have never seen classroom management in this unique one-of-a-style manner delivered this way before. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We're going to be mindful of your time and get started. You, if you are registered with us, should receive an email, and it's going to invite you to join a Google Classroom class, and it has so many resources in there. I'm like loving everything that is in there. There is a cheat sheet, 10 classroom management or 10 classroom behavior cheat sheet where you can just print that off, and it will give you 10 different strategies, movement strategies, depending on the behavior you're facing in your classroom, whether it's refusal to do something, whether it's a student interrupting or constantly maybe tapping their leg or their hand. There are 10 different strategies listed in this document, all for you. Print it, take it, use it as you see fit. We also have for you a sample set of our student behavior scenario of the day cards where you can incorporate these into your classroom meeting. It is a strategic way to talk about student expectations, student behavior during your morning meetings or your classroom meeting time. It doesn't have to be in the morning. And the movement part comes in is you can literally have your students act out the different scenarios. They get to be the actors and the actresses. So we give you the cards and a video on how to implement those. We also have for you the ITBY Kids, which are just an amazing tool developed by Rebecca Zagoda and Mike Dooley, all about helping your students form their subconscious minds and really learning how to talk positively to themselves. So that is all in there. Each ITBY Kid is in there along with a video on how to introduce the ITBY Kid to your students, because we all know it's not just the body, it's the mind too, that we need them all to be working together to really help us form and communicate appropriate behavior to our students. Okay. So today's focus is going to be just setting the tone. We're going to just show you the simple movements. Hopefully, if you're registered, you've got that initial 4 movement video just to get you started. You might have already practiced these movements with your classroom. And I tell you all the time, have fun with it. Taking those 4 movements, you can design any type of movement pattern you so choose. You just have fun with it, see what comes up for you. I will help you come up with classroom strategic movements based on lessons you might be doing. That's your extra that you're going to get this week. But yeah, based on lessons you might be doing, and also just to help you get your students focused and ready to learn. So every day this week, you will get a 2 to 3 minute movement strategy, at least one. Some days there's probably going to be more than one because I have so much fun doing this. And we're also going to give you a calm down technique that you can implement in your classroom starting tomorrow. And then the teachers who kind of comment in Google Classroom and say done, just a simple comment, we're going to take you at your word that you're doing this. If you do at least 10 movement sessions, so I see 10 I'm done or, completed today or whatever. If you do 10 of those, then we will send you the recording to our fitness party. It's a 15-minute, actually I think it ends up being 20 between the warm up and the cool down, but it's a 15-minute fitness party where you can celebrate your classes reaching their goal and really show them that they don't need food as a motivation, right? The movements can be our motivation. So fun getting all that in. So let's just set the tone for why movement is so important in our classrooms. And in particular, my expertise is in primary, so ages 5 to 9. That's my area of expertise. Of course, you can take this and adapt this, whether it's younger or older, but the teachers I'm talking to today are those teachers who are in the primary grades, okay? This is such an important tool because I hope you know how powerful this can be. When we allow the movement to happen in our classroom, we are literally boosting brain power. We are providing behavioral regulation. They're going to know how to handle their emotions. And we're also fostering that connection. This is what's going to set this apart than putting on a Go Noodle or some type of brain break. You are going to be the one leading the activity, which means they're developing that connection with you and not a character on a screen. Okay, that's what's going to make this so fun and so helpful to your students. So let's talk first about that brain boosting part. You're probably thinking, okay, I know, exercise is good for you, but like, how good is it for the brain? I cannot even tell you. The movement is going to get the oxygen flowing to your students' brains, which is going to help them not only think clearly, but it's going to help them stay focused for longer periods of time. So you just doing this 2-minute movement break, right? When you feel like, gosh, they've been sitting a while, we need to get this in, you can just bust out this movement break or this video. It will be recorded for you. When you're in the app, you're just going to get videos. It's not going to be me doing all this talking, but you can bust out these 2-minute movement situations and literally you will get your class refocused like that. Why should you join this community is because we want to keep it variable, right? We don't want to keep doing the same movements every day because they'll get bored. So my job is to incorporate new techniques for you every single day. Not just with the moving, but also with the calming down, okay? And then as you get into the community, you'll see if you're registered this week, you can send me lesson plans. You can send me any classroom management issues or challenges you are facing. I will help you figure out the why, and then we'll come up with the what. Why is this behavior happening? What can we do about it? What type of movements can we incorporate to diffuse this or even avoid it from happening from the get-go? So that is where my area of expertise will come in. And I guarantee you will have fun doing this, okay? The brain boosting part of this can be so powerful at the start of your day. I highly encourage you, just as I'm saying with the student behavior scenario of the day cards, including those in your morning meeting, definitely do a 2-minute energy boosting activity, okay? And we'll start with a simple one today. We're just going to do, remember, we're just setting the tone today, really, really basic. This is day 1. We're not jumping in with both feet quite yet. As far as reducing behavioral challenges, right? Regulating those emotions. So many unwanted behaviors come from pent up energy, especially this time of year where the weather may not permit your students to going outside. This is where the movement can just give your students that positive outlook, that positive chance to get that energy out of their systems rather than trying to hold on to it and then they're not able to focus, right? That's when you kind of see the feet tapping on chairs or, the fidgetiness starting to come up. If we allow them time during their school day to get these movement minutes in, you are going to have far more focused students and you're going to see less behavior issues in your classroom. I know it sounds like it's too good to be true. I have been doing this for quite some time now, and I'm telling you, this works. This is that 4th missing component from classroom management plans, okay? We all know we need our routines, our expectations, and our boundaries, and we're going to add classroom movement into that classroom management framework, okay? And of course, fostering connections, right? Again, they're interacting with you, not just a character on a screen, and they're also going to be interacting with each other. As you dive into this, you're going to see how you can start letting your students lead these sessions, okay? I will be there doing the recordings, but you might choose a student leader to lead the sessions where they start mimicking, here's what we're doing next, okay? And you'll see how all that works the further we get into developing this, but it's more than just moving, right? This really is a whole process where we're developing the whole child, that whole mind, body, and learning. It all has to kind of function and flow in one. You might have the learning and the academics piece down, behavior might be a challenge. And this is what you're going to incorporate to get all those pieces to fit together. The movement not only helps the mind by pushing all that oxygen to their brain so they can focus longer, but it's also getting those jitters out, letting them get those wiggles out. So that way that energy has escaped them, and you're going to see how we almost fatigue the body in just 2 minutes. It's pretty remarkable. Okay, so that's enough talking from me for right now. Let's go ahead and actually get into our movement sequence for today. And we're going to keep it super simple. I'm going to just review the 4 movements that we have. I'm hoping that I don't move this cord too much. In fact, let me go on to this side of this cord. There we go. So I'm hoping I don't move the cord too much because I don't want the camera to wiggle. But, and hopefully you can see me, I purposely did this in this narrow space so you can see how little space you need to make this really impactful in your classroom, okay? So those 4 movements again, we'll just repeat them really quickly in case you're new here or maybe you didn't get the video for some reason, but you're just going to be walking, and you can just start real gentle, okay? And then you tell your class, you know what? Every time we do this, we're gonna start walking super slow because our job is to get our heart rate up. We don't wanna just jump in and do that. And again, I'm doing this in a dress just so you can see this can be done in any type of clothing. So you'll just walk for a few seconds. If we're doing the video, I would just say walk, 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 walk. Very good. Okay, now, next move, let's practice kicking. Kick, kick, gentle kicks, super gentle kicks. One foot, then the other foot. You don't have to do anything with your hands right now, nothing at all. We just want them to practice that movement of kicking and walking. You won't start this way every day, but for right now, because this is so new, this is how we're going to start. Okay, the next movement we're gonna do are knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up. Again, nothing with the hands, we're just raising our knees. Just raising our knees, knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up. And then tell them, boys and girls, as you're raising those knees, press your belly button in. Suck that belly button in because that's going to give us a strong powerhouse right in here. This is where a lot of their energy is coming from, that we want them to get under control, okay? Okay, so we've had walking, we had kicking, we've had knees up. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to teach them the side step. And that's just bending your knees and lightly moving side to side. Swaying is a super calming movement. So if ever you feel a lot of energy, this might be a good one. And again, they can go real slow at the beginning. Step, step. Tell them don't worry about left or right. It doesn't matter. If they forget, they can always just go back to walking, okay? They can always go back to walking. Okay, and in fact, that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go right back to walking. So we're already a minute into this. Now we're gonna pick those legs up even higher. This time we're gonna start incorporating our arms. But let's get the rhythm. Let's just pick those legs up even higher. Walk, 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 walk. Walk, 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 walk. Okay, ready? Now we're gonna do walk, 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 reach. Walk, 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 reach. Walk, 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 reach. Walk, 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 reach. Okay, ready? Now we're gonna step it up again. Walk, 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 up, down, out. Up, down, out. Up, down, out. Up, down, out. See, I missed that one. Up, down, out. See, you just, whatever feels right. Okay, now we're going to go into a kicking series. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. Obviously, I'm facing the camera, so I'm saying opposite. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. And then for arms, you can just have them reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out. If you can do opposites, that would be even better. This really helps with them crossing that midline, which is so important in our early year students learning how to read, believe it or not, helping them to sweep across the page. That's what this motion does. And again, super gentle. Okay, now, here's where they're going to fatigue. And I hope you're ready for this. This is super powerful, but we're winding down that little motion minute. We're gonna go 10 seconds all out, fast feet, okay? 10 seconds all out, fast feet. Have them count it down with you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, calm it down, and you're going to hear their feet, and you're going to tell them, boys and girls, just because they're fast feet doesn't mean they have to be loud feet. We can be light on our feet, still have fast feet. We can also walk in place, bring that heart rate down again. If you feel they still have more energy, do another 10-second all out. Say, boys and girls, those of you who still have that energy, you do that 10-second all out with me again. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let them bring that heart rate down through easy walking. Super, super easy. Look how fast this 2 to 3 minutes went. Just like that. They got their wiggles out. They're probably going to be thirsty after this, so I would definitely have your water station available and encourage them to get a 20-second water break, just like a quick 5-sip water break. That's all that they should really need. Okay, so those were your movement minutes for today. That's your movement minute sequence. Feel free to take this, use this. For the calm down sequence, we want to introduce you to, we're going to do what's called rainbow breathing. And you may or may not have heard of this one. If you have, great. If you haven't, we're going to introduce it to you now. Rainbow breathing is where you encourage your students to think of a rainbow in their mind. A beautiful, beautiful rainbow, all the colors of the rainbow. And they're going to draw this in their mind, okay? So what you're going to say to your students is, boys and girls, I want you to imagine the most beautiful rainbow in your imagination. And now I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, picture yourself drawing the top part of the rainbow. And as you come down on the other side, breathe out and finish drawing the rest of the rainbow. Okay, so let's try that. We're going to breathe in as we draw the top part. And we're going to exhale, breathe out as we draw the bottom part. And I would really encourage them to make those noises where you can hear them breathing in. Be mindful of manners and non-obnoxious behaviors, but really encourage them to breathe in and then breathe out. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Let's breathe a little bit deeper this time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Again, you want to hear that exhale so you know that they're getting that air out of their lungs, okay? So let's do this 2 more times. Let's do it for about 5 times or as you feel necessary. And if you want to do this as they are finishing their movement minutes, you can tell them, walk in place slowly. And when you're ready, boys and girls, plant your feet. And now I want you to breathe in and breathe out. Picturing that rainbow, you're drawing each piece of the rainbow. So you would do one of these breathing in and breathing out for each piece of the rainbow. One more time, let's go ahead and breathe in and breathe out. Okay, how are you feeling? How are you feeling after all of that? That was just a quick motion minute, 2 minutes. And then we gave you that quick rainbow breathing technique. So easy to remember because you're literally just having them picture a beautiful rainbow, breathing in on drawing it up, and then exhaling as they draw down on the other side. So simple, so fun. And hopefully you can take those, utilize both of those in your classrooms. One question that comes up quite a bit from teachers is, Lauren, how do I know when to do these? Well, I already gave you one idea. I would definitely do student behavior scenario of the day cards and a movement minute first thing in the morning, okay? If you know anything about child development, when their basic needs are not met, you are not going to get any learning done. Okay, that is just common sense. What are some basic needs? Obviously, shelter, food, clothing. Guess what? If any one of those 3 basic needs are not met, good luck teaching, right? You're going to start seeing behavior issues in the classroom. A 4th need, though, is that movement, is getting that oxygen flowing through their bodies, getting that blood flowing to the different parts of their systems that need it. So often they come in, they may or may not have had anything for breakfast, so they're already hungry. They may or may not have done too much to their hair, and they may have literally rolled out of bed and now they're in your classroom. And you're expecting them at 8 o'clock in the morning to be spot on, ready to do math facts. It's not going to happen if they haven't had this time to just start their day, right? You might call it a gentle start. If you find a student is hungry, I strongly encourage you, I know it is not your job, but I strongly encourage you to go and get one of those big tubs of animal crackers or pretzels. You know, you can go to any kind of grocery store and they have those big tubs, and just get them a small little sandwich bag full of crackers and they can sip on some water. It's going to make such a difference, because if they're sitting there and they have those hunger pains, they're not going to remember whatever math topic you're teaching. They're not going to remember whatever reading lesson you're teaching. We have to have these basic needs met, movement being one of them. Okay? Even for adults, wait till you start doing this regularly and you see how you yourself feel after doing these movement activities day in and day out with your students. You are going to love it. So when you're in the community, you will have a Google form. You are welcome to give me any lesson plan, any classroom management, or student behavior challenge you are facing. This week, I am all yours, and we will individualize your plan to you, to your specific need. I will either do a video like this or a voice note to get it back to you and get you set up for success and get you on your way for classroom management success. Okay? So this is the end of day 1. You have your 2-minute movement minute you can implement tomorrow, and you also have your calming activity you can implement as soon as tomorrow. You might even do it tonight. Maybe you might need to do some deep breathing. Such an easy one to do. Okay? That's my goal for you. I would love for you, between the next 24 hours, is to try the movement minute with your students and try the calming strategy with your students. Okay, so I don't want to call it homework, because if you forget, you forget. You will have these recordings, but take these, use these, try to implement within 24 hours. And then if you feel like letting me know how it went, I'll throw a Google form along with this video in our community, and you can let me know what went well, what didn't go well. If you're worried about space, inside Google Classroom, on the cheat sheet, I even give you recommendations for spatial things to be aware of. Okay, so you can look at that cheat sheet if you feel like it tonight. And tomorrow we're going to look at movement for engagements. We're going to teach you some fun strategies to help making that learning just irresistible, and you're going to do it all through movement. Okay. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming on this road. I know this may seem like completely, I don't want to say absent-minded, but something that you've never seen before, and that's the whole point of this. The more you study child development, the more you see what students' needs are, particularly our 5 through 9-year-olds, and we want to develop that whole child. We want to get the mind, the body, the academics all flowing together. And when we use movement, they are going to be connecting with you and having fun in the whole process. This is literally classroom management like you have never seen. We'll get into the science of this week, why this works so well, and give you movements for transitions, movements to start your day, all kinds of things. But get in the community. If you want to register, just comment MOVE and we will get you signed up. It literally takes 30 seconds to sign up, and we will help access to all of the resources. Okay, until tomorrow, let's get moving. Okay.